Hi, it's me, Queen P.R, one half of those wrestling girls, and welcome back to Where Wrestling Meets Pop Culture. And before we get the show started, make sure you subscribe to Those Wrestling Girls YouTube channel, click the bell for notifications, and leave us a review on all podcast platforms. WWE Raw is moving to Netflix in January 2025, and the nostalgia freak in me is freaking out because I am used to watching Raw on television for almost my entire life at this point. So to think now it's going to be on one of the biggest streaming services, Netflix, is huge news. My mind is blown. However, there are a lot of positives. I can see people binging Raw in a way that they discover other random shows on Netflix. So I do think this is really good for the WWE brand and wrestling fans in general. It's a deal worth $5 billion. Netflix is already hinting that subscribers are going to have to pay a little bit more for the investments that they're making to the streaming service. Netflix has been struggling compared to the variety of other streaming services out there. So I do think this is a move in the right direction because you can never underestimate the power of the wrestling fan dollar. And people will subscribe to Netflix and tune in to Raw every Monday, just like we have for the past 30 years. So congratulations to WWE on this amazing deal. So this follows news that SmackDown will be moving to the USA Network and NXT will be on the CW. So it's a lot of announcements. It's a very exciting week for wrestling news. Let me know, do you have Netflix already? Are you going to subscribe to watch Raw? What are your thoughts on Raw coming to Netflix? So The Rock has been appointed to the board of directors of WWE's parent company, TKO, which I think is a smart move. There is no one who knows the business more than The Rock. Vince McMahon even made a statement about how The Rock is pretty much an expert on how to merge sports, entertainment, pop culture, all of the above. And now I guess this means that The Rock is the head of the biggest table right now. So it just makes me more excited to see him face my tribal chief because now The Rock can legit say that he is the head of the table. And what I do like is in the official TKO statement, he mentions the legacy and the history that his family has with WWE. And he thanks his grandfather. Yes, the High Chief. Thank you, High Chief. If you watch Young Rock, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is a big move. It's a smart move. Just some other random facts, but the TKO board of directors are going to be moving from 11 members to 13 members. So this is huge news. He rang the bell for the New York Stock Exchange this morning. Triple H was also there. Fans were posting photos of The Rock and Triple H, the game, and The Rock shaking hands on like SNL and just showing that like wow, look how far they've come. They are now like in charge. Not in charge, but board of directors, they make big decisions. And just to put into context for people that don't know a lot about it, the board of directors are who pushed Vince out initially out of a company. So they make a lot of the big decisions. So I like to see The Rock a part of all of this. The High Chief is very proud. He also, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, was also inducted into the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame. The Rock was a football player, another nod to Young Rock because they hilariously tell the story about how he kind of failed at football and had to kind of come home, and that's how he got into wrestling. But he did play for Miami and in Calgary, but he was recently inducted into the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame, so congrats. Now, speaking of congrats, WWE 2K, shout out to their social media team and just the rollout of this year's covers. and release and all that news has been magnificent. These three beautiful covers were announced this week for the deluxe edition. Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are on. I love this because not only are they two strong women who I think deserve to be on the cover just because of how big of stars they are. But they're also two very unique and different women who have very different paths to get to where they are, but their careers are also very parallel. So even the cover of this video game shows that and also hints at what can potentially be one of, the biggest feuds in, WWE history just because of how their careers have been parallel to each other and how much of how big a star they are on their own. So congratulations to Bianca and Rhea Ripley. Cody Rhodes is on the cover of the sort of regular edition of the video game, also well deserved. His story is it may not be finishing at WrestleMania this year, but at least he can add this cover to his story. And WWE posted a really, really adorable video of Cody, Rhea, and Bianca learning that they're going to be on the cover, and it's so wholesome, and it makes you just as happy with the three of them because they deserve it, and it's a very exciting honor. I want to also shout out the artist of the WrestleMania version of 2K24. Jonathan Bartlett does an amazing job. You can recognize his work on The Ringer. Also, he's illustrated Roosevelt shirts, and if you know me or even listening to this platform, I'm a huge fan of Roosevelt shirts. They're button-up shirts with WWE inspired illustrations, and Bartlett actually illustrated one of the Undertaker ones. That's really dope. So he designed this cover, and this is also a memorabilia plaque, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other stuff that he's going to be releasing and announcing and collaborating with WWE on. He is a fantastic artist. I'm looking more at this illustration as I'm talking, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I think this rollout is super exciting. I was talking to Brian H. Waters, and I was saying how I think all three covers really kind of covers every aspect of wrestling fans. You have the odd to the legacy and the history of it, and someone like my dad would recognize most of the people on the WrestleMania cover. Then you got the new generation, and you got like Cody Rhodes on there, and then you have a Black woman and women represented. So I believe that they did a really good job at nailing that, and these might be my favorite series of covers ever, probably so far. So let me know what you guys think of the 2K24 covers. Do you think there are other superstars that should be on the cover? Do you plan on buying it? Are you a 2K fan? Let me know what you think in the comments. Speaking of Bianca, so she has been busy. Okay, so we all know her and Montez Ford's reality show Love in WWE will be premiering on Hulu on February 2nd. They have been on a massive press and media tour. They were on the Kelly Clarkson show. They will be on the Kelly Clarkson show this week. They were at the Barclay game tonight. They were also grand marshals at the Gasparilla Festival in Florida. And they talk about how it was so much fun. And if you think about it, just look at how good they look. They were like, we're going to be grand marshals. I understand the assignment, and they were able to light up that crowd just like they normally do in every other night at a WWE show. So this was great. Go to their Instagram, Bianca and Montez. It is now verified, so you can follow them. And please check out the trailer of Love and WWE if you haven't already. I really enjoyed the trailer, or like I'm so excited for this show. I think it's going to be really good because you do hear from the two of them in different ways talking about their careers and their goals and their family life, and you really get a peek behind the curtain, and you can just see the love that they have for each other and also how much they enjoy being WWE superstars, which I truly enjoy. What I'm also most excited for, they do a little teasing about whether or not they're going to have a baby, and I think we are all excited to see what can come out of this show. Will they be starting a family? What will we learn about this couple? I will be doing recaps. I will be creating a lot of content about the show because I am very excited about it. It is where all my favorite things kind of intersect, which is where wrestling meets pop culture, seeing them having a reality show where it's about love, it's about relationships, it's about work and life balance, it's about family life, it's about all the things that everyone can relate to. And also black love. Like we are seeing it front and center, a successful partnership navigating the world. So I am very excited about Love and WWE. If you plan on watching it, let me know how excited you are and make sure you follow me on TikTok for all of my episode recaps. Dua Lipa and John Cena are starring in a new film called Argyle. She did an interview with Rolling Stone. For those who don't know who Dua Lipa is, she is the world's one of the world's biggest pop stars. She also had a cameo in the Barbie movie along with John Cena. They played mermaids. So she mentioned acting with John Cena again for the second time, and she referred to him as her emotional support coach in acting. And I particularly love this story because there's something when you hear John Cena talk, there's something very comforting about it. And I don't know if you agree with me, but I just feel like he will just make you feel so comfortable. Like if you're nervous about something, I feel like he would just make you feel like you can just like conquer the world. So I love hearing one of the world's biggest pop stars talk about working with John Cena. I'm excited for their new movie, Argyle. And shout out to John Cena. This next story. So, we I obsessively follow all of the WWE superstars on social media. I love knowing what their lives are like outside of the ring. And Valhalla, Sarah Logan, a lot of you might know her as that. Her and her husband live in the middle of the woods, I want to say, and they are very known for how they live. They live from the earth, they hunt, they cook, they are probably barefoot all the time. Like they are all of that. They're all in that. And I appreciate the fact that she's very unapologetic about her lifestyle. She's also very informative. So she posted on her Instagram these photos of this meat. Now, let me tell you, as someone who is a fan of well-cooked beef, well-cooked brisket, like all that shit, I looked at these photos that she posted of this meat and was like, "Wow, that looks delicious." And then I read the caption and it's fucking bear shoulder. Yes. So these photos that we are looking at right now are bear shoulder. And I promise you, this girl hunted that bear and cooked this meat. Okay. And she posted a recipe on Instagram of how to make and prepare this bear meat. And also, she puts everything in there so you are super careful what temperature to cook this meat on, what to be cautious of, what seasonings work. So, it's not my thing, okay? It's not my thing. I don't know. I don't want to know what PETA will say about this, but this is how she lives. And there's a lot of people that learn a lot from her platform. I don't know if her and her husband still do their YouTube channel, but they would post very informative videos about how to live how they live. And I need to know, will you eat bear shoulder? Are listening. If you are listening to this, do yourself a favor, go on YouTube, watch their channel, and let me know if this is something that you would try. Because I want to know. In a totally other fucking realm, I want to congratulate our true son, Chris, who plays for um a division of Penn State athletics, and he scored his 1,000th point, and his coach tweeted about it, congratulated him, posted a photo of R-Truth and his son. But I think the funniest thing, also just congratulations, like that's an amazing achievement. I love that there is this proud father in the photo, like it's amazing. But what's funny about it is R-Truth being referred to as Ron Killings, his Twitter handle of WWE Judgment Day. The fact that the coach tweeted that R-Truth was a part of the Judgment Day has to be like the funniest thing I read this entire week. And it's so subtle because I'm reading this and I'm like, oh my God, that's so dope. Like, good for him. And then I'm reading this and I'm like, does that say of Judgment Day? Okay, okay. Died laughing for 5 minutes. So congratulations to R-Truth's son. And I am all the way here for R-Truth being a part of Judgment Day. So we are smack dab in the middle of award season, and Quinta Brunson is shining as she did last award season. She won her second Primetime Emmy Award for the show that she stars and created, Abbott Elementary. And Big E showed her the best love and support on Twitter, called her a legend. So the two of them go way back. They starred in Laser Wolf, an animated show on Adult Swim, for 2 seasons. And they go way back, and Big E was very excited to praise and give Quinta her flowers. She has been in the game for a long time. So it was nice to see the two of them share that moment. And Big E is just like everywhere, and he knows everyone. He recently talked about when he would get back in the ring. There is no timeline, but I love everything that he's doing outside of the ring. He recently joined up with his 2 brothers from The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, to guest on the Drew Barrymore show. And I don't think I need to explain how huge this is. Drew Barrymore is a Hollywood legend. She is a 3rd generation Hollywood actress, and her talk show is very highly rated. So just them being on the show is a huge deal. It looks like they had an amazing time. I also just have to point out all 3 of their suits. They were styled by King Troy. King Troy is the stylist to go to. He is one of my favorite stylists. He styles Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Seth freaking Rollins. We've talked about him on the show previously. He dressed all 3 of the New Day for their Drew Barrymore performance. Big E in that floral, oh my God, yes. And Kofi in the polka dots, and Xavier in that burgundy. It's very well coordinated for the 3 of them, but each look really stands out and is really unique to each of them. I hope this is not the last time that King Troy styles them, because he did a magnificent job. Please check out their appearance on the Drew Barrymore show. They are going to be everywhere. A lot of wrestlers are going to be doing a lot of media leading up to Mania season. And if you want to keep up with everywhere they're going to appear, you need to be following me, Queen P.R, on TikTok, because I'm going to keep you updated on all of this. And if you hit that bell for notifications, then you will really be up to date on all that shit. Adele. If you don't know who Adele is, you are, I don't know, but Grammy award-winning singer Adele, who is in the middle of her Las Vegas residency, praised Zac Efron and his role in the Iron Claw film. She said that Zac Efron's performance blew her away. It is her favorite film of the year so far. And to hear her say that just warmed my heart, because it is a fantastic film. It was snubbed for this year's Oscar nominations, which is devastating, heartbreaking, very disappointing, because I think the film is, outside of it being about wrestling, it is such a powerful, beautiful film. You feel every emotion, and it didn't get nominated for an Oscar, but I do feel like it made a statement, and especially for Adele. Also, tennis player Coco Gauff rushed, and well, she won her tennis match, and she said she had to hurry up and win because she wanted to go see the Iron Claw. So you had that come out, and then you had Adele come out and say that about Iron Claw. So it was just nice to see that. Sunny Sports Network announced that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to appear in the second installation of a WWE film series presented by Sony Sports India Films. Karthi, who is a WWE fan and filmmaker, made the first film, Heroes and Villains, and it's all about the individual characters and the personalities that create a WWE superstar. The second part, Strengths and Stunts, talks about what goes on inside of the ring. So he was able to tap into Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for that film. It is very exciting because it is a story being told in India. The wrestling fan base in India is unreal. So I think these two films are going to do very well. I also just love hearing people's perspective and storytelling ability on what it does take to be a WWE superstar, because it's a very unique thing. And to split that into those two realms, I think is also brilliant. And if it comes to character work and in the ring work, I don't think you could get anyone better to talk about it than Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Cat Williams is still trending. He's still one of the most popular celebrities on the internet right now. I don't know when these photos were taken. I do know they were recent. I'm going to assume that they were backstage at a Cat Williams comedy show, but Bailey and Mercedes shared photos of themselves with Cat Williams backstage. I just had to put this in there because I am such a huge Cat Williams fan, and just seeing them backstage with Bailey and Mercedes is so cool. If you know any more information about these photos, please let me know because I would love to know how these photos happened, but still pretty cool. Chelsea Green posted on her Instagram that she is going to be filming for the Singhs in the Ring documentary along with Jinder Mahal. The Singhs are popular in Canada. They're another wrestling family dynasty. They trained with the Hart family. Their most recent wrestler, Champagne Singh, is signed to Impact, TNA. So this is going to be one of those where I'm even going to learn more about the Singh family. And, you know, Chelsea Green being from Canada and a big wrestling fan, I'm excited to see what she has to say about this family and how they inspired the future of the wrestling business. So if you are based in Canada, let me know what you know about the Singh family. Do you plan on watching this documentary? Adam Copeland, who is in season 2 of Percy series, recently did an appearance on the Kelly and Mark show. Kelly and Mark are husband and wife, also talk show hosts. I just have to put that out there because Kelly Ripa hosted the show with so many other people. So I find it funny that now she's hosting it with her husband. And she had Adam Copeland on there, and he talked about his appearance on the TV show and also just about wrestling with AEW. If you are an Edge fan, I would definitely watch his appearance because it's a lot of fun. Cody Rhodes and a bunch of AEW wrestlers celebrated Brody Lee Day. It's a day where they celebrate Brody Lee Jr.'s birthday. So they went to Universal Studios, and Cody posted this photo of them. It looks like on a roller coaster. And the fact that everyone in the wrestling business have sort of adopted Brody Lee Jr. and kind of always supported him in this way is a beautiful thing. So happy birthday, Brody Lee. And I'm glad that you get to celebrate with all those amazing people. And you can get a Cody Rhodes jersey, baseball jersey. Yeah. You can get a custom Cody Rhodes Braves jersey now, which I think is dope. If I was from Atlanta, like how could you not get one? And I also just love everything that Cody Rhodes is doing. It's like everything that he wanted to happen is happening, and he's getting that love that he deserves. And I see you, RKO hoodie, but yeah, get that custom Cody Rhodes Braves jersey. And to end this week's show, I just wanted to share this really, really cool photo of these legends. Nick Nemeth posted a photo with Mick Foley and Ric Flair at a convention. And I have to note that Mick Foley is wearing a Saved by the Bell t-shirt. And it's just a really cool photo of three legends just having a good time, enjoying life. Nick is on the run of his life. He is starring in short films. He is in TNA. He is in Puerto Rico. He's going to be at GCW in Philly. He is everywhere. Also, his comedy shows. I'm so excited for everything that he has going on. And that was this week's edition of Where Wrestling Meets Pop Culture. And remember, this is not the show where we speculate whether Bianca's going to be a two-time Rumble winner, but we will talk about her and Montez's new reality show. And make sure you follow me, Queen PR, on all of my socials at Queen3_PR. And stay tuned for the now TikTok exclusive show, The Fashion Corner, about all of my favorite wrestling fashion. See you next week.